What's good, everybody? How we doing? We doing good? That's good. Oh, yeah, what's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with my final series recap of the first half of the season. Guardians had a 4-game series. Excuse me while I turn off some of these backup, apps and stuff to open up some space on my computer. There we go. But yeah, Guardians had a 4-game series with Kansas City to wrap up the first half of the season. And honestly, heading in, I knew at worst we were going to split, especially, because we had pretty much our 4 better pitchers all pitching in this series. And overall, it went about as I expected for the most part. Of course, I streamed 3 of the 4 games, so I'm not really going to go too deep into the first 3 games. And then I'll probably get a little bit more in depth with this final game. And then once I am done with that, instead of previewing what's coming up, I will simply just talk about the first half of the season. Don't you just love when you get something in your eye? Damn, this thing is not starting off the way I want it to. Okay, we're good. Sorry about that, guys. Just get something in your eye and you look like you're crying. And yeah, I'm really crying because the first half of the season's already over. It's crazy how fast it goes. But anyways, Guardians got it all started off with Tanner Bybee on the mound. And I was kind of scared for a little while because Bybee was all over the place. And he still went out there, 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 4 walks. Like I said, 4 Ks. The dude kept putting runners on base, and they really didn't threaten at all after the first inning. He really didn't lock in, but he still did a good job of really limiting their chances at scoring. They scored 1 run in the first, and then after that, it was all goose eggs. And then the Guardians, they scored in the bottom of the second. Nick Pratto scored top of the first, made it 1-0 Kansas City. Bottom of the second, Andres Jimenez homered, made it 1-1. And then Jose Ramirez homered in the bottom of the sixth, made it 2-1. Immediately followed by Josh Naylor, who homered, made it 3-1. So it's kind of cool how Naylor and Ramirez are kind of starting to really separate themselves when it comes to the bona fide power bats in this lineup. Naylor's really started to come on strong, and I love to see it out of him. And then Will Brennan reached on a fielding error, made it 4-1. Bo Naylor would get on the board, RBI double, 5-1. And then to wrap it all up, bottom of the 8th, Miles Straw added a nice little cherry on top with an RBI single, made it 6-1. And overall, Bybee did really good, like I said. Jordan Lyles was on the mound for the Royals. He went 5 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 5 Ks, and only 1 home run allowed. So even though he stinks, we really couldn't touch him. That's usually how it works with this team. It makes no sense. This team, when it comes to trash starters, they can't touch them. Now, we're talking trash relievers. That's a different story, it seems like. But Jordan Lyles is a scrub. We couldn't really touch him up that much in terms of the runs department. We did get hits off of him, though, which is good. Then Amir Garrett came in, and we just tattooed him for, 4 runs, no big deal. In fact, it was so bad, they actually just DFA'd him. Yeah, I just saw on MLB Trade Rumors Twitter page. They DFA'd him, I think, today or something. So that's tough. Because, of course, remember when he was with Cincinnati, he's more known for the fact that he tried to fight the entire Pirates team by himself. Yeah, I will never forget that. I was streaming the Astros game. Game just ended. I ended my stream, or so I thought. And then trade news came out that we were trading Trevor Bauer to the Reds. So I did what I usually would do. I jumped right back on stream, different stream, of course. In fact, I think it's still up. You guys can go watch it if you want to. But I think Steel Jackson actually came in the chat and said, "Yo, Amir Garrett just got in a brawl." And I'm thinking, huh? A brawl? And then, sure enough, like a few minutes later, you start seeing the highlight on Twitter, and yeah, he was drawn at the Pirates dugout, and this dude tried to fight every single Pirate over there. And of course, Yasiel Puig was not taken out of the game because that's classic Reds being Reds, leaving a guy that's getting traded in the game. And of course, he gets involved in the little tussle. He gets suspended. And yeah, so lovely. Lovely. So yeah, first game though, not bad. Not a bad game for the Guardians. Offense woke up and we were able to get the win. We won 6-1. Morgan got the win. He's 4-1. He's been solid overall as a reliever this year. 4-1, 172 ERA. Amir Garrett took the loss. He's 0-1, 3.33 ERA. And yeah, we take the first game. And then game 2, we had Aaron Civale on the mound. And Aaron Civale has been classic, Walmart Corey Kluber, as I say, in terms of his demeanor. But in terms of his play, he has very Kluber-esque, pitches and stuff. Very good stuff when it's on point. And it's pretty clear it was on point in this game. He had Kansas City batters all off balance. Like, legit, this dude looked like his old self before the injuries really started hitting him. My dude went out 7 innings, which has to be one of the longest outings he's had in a couple years. 2 hits, no walks, 9 strikeouts. Out of nowhere. Just out of nowhere. Just out of the blue, 9 Ks. Just, okay. He struck out Nick Pratto 3 times looking. And if you want to know how Nick Pratto did overall in that game, he was 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts. As Zach Davies just gave up a tank. Who's that? G-Man Choi? Looks like it. Yep, G-Man Choi just had a tank off of Zach Davies. Classic Zach Davies. But yeah, Civale, this was probably the best outing I've seen out of him. And in terms of how we scored, it was Josh Naylor. Yeah, Josh Naylor strikes again with an RBI single. And then, bottom of the 4th, Josh Bell got in on the fun with a 2-run tank as Josh Naylor scores. And that was it, pretty much. That's all we needed because Civale was electric. He was striking people out looking. I think he had like 5 or 6 guys staring on strike 3. And it gets so bad. This dude, freaking Pratto, got ejected because he hated the call so much on the final strikeout. He was like staring at it. It's like, bro, if you don't, they always say, like, when in doubt, try to fight it off. He's staring at it. Like, you never want to get rung up by the umpire. When in doubt, just fight it off. Yeah, you might miss, but you tried. You could always have the "I got fooled" excuse. This dude just stared at it. Like, these guys were letting Aaron Civale, 2023 Aaron Civale, strike him out looking. His stuff has not been like that. In fact, I think I saw he was throwing the fastest pitches I think he's thrown in a couple years. Damn near throwing 95 around there. It's like, yo, is this dude like healthy now? Because we've seen him as he was healthy. Like, he was barely like touching like 94, maybe 93. This dude damn near touching like 95. Okay. Give me some more of that, and we'll be good. We'll be really good. But, yeah, they have, of course, Daniel Lynch on the mound, a guy that we've been known to get after. 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs for him, 1 walk, 3 Ks, and a homer. So we did get to Lynch a little bit, but it was mainly the big homer from Bell that put us over the top. And then, of course, Civale, like I said, 7 innings, 2 hits, 9 Ks. One of the best outings I've seen out of him in a while. And he got the win, 3-2, 2.56 ERA for Savale. He looked like Cy Valley out there, CY Valley, VALE. Yeah, instead of the I, it's a Y, because very rare. It's very rare that we see Cy Valley out there, but that was a glimpse into the past. We see more of that. I think he could easily overtake Bieber for maybe like our number 2, number 3 pitcher on the team. Because right now, if I had to list my pitcher rankings, now that we've seen enough of Gavin and the other guys, I would definitely say, God, who would I put up there? Well, Bettenfield would be like down to the bottom. He's been kind of mid, mid field. It's so tough to see who I'd put at the top. I'll talk about it after, because then got to talk about how the other pitchers did. But Lynch took the loss. He's 2-4, 4.18 ERA. Clase came in. He was rocky again. 25 saves for him now. 3.46 ERA. And yeah, I'd say he looked a little bit rocky. Was saved by some interesting choices at the plate by the Royals, but okay, we still won, and we at least guaranteed a split of the series. So then we get to yesterday's game, and the Guardians offense had enough. Like, they woke up big time, and they chose violence. And they faced a guy that actually, he carved us up low key the last time we played. It's like we remembered what happened the last time we played Singer, and we're like, we're not going to let that happen again. Now, Gavin Williams, on the other hand, still had a good game. It's just that as the outing went on, it's like Kansas City locked into him a little bit. 5 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, 7 Ks for Gavin. Not a bad outing at all. Eli came in there, gave up a solo shot. And then Hentges came in there. He was a little iffy. De Los Santos came in there and gave up a hit, but nothing else. Clase, of course, would come in and do his thing. So, Williams versus Brady Singer. Singer, 5 innings, 13 hits, 6 runs, 1 walk, 3 Ks. Yeah, they really got to him in this one. Scoring would start in the bottom of the first. Josh Naylor, RBI single. And then bottom of the second, Straw, sac fly. Bell would barely score. Made it 2-0. Bo Naylor would get in on a fun again. RBI single, made it 3-0. Bottom of the fourth, Guardians would add 2 more with a Quan single. And then an Ahmed, fielder's choice, RBI. And then finally, the Kansas City Royals would get on the board with an RBI triple from Bobby Witt, who really started to wake up as the series went on. And then Bo Naylor, again, RBI double. Made it 6-1. And then Isbell doubled, made it 6-2. And then Drew Waters, sac fly, 6-3. And then bottom of the sixth, Andres would add a run, made it 7-3. And then things got a little bit interesting in the top of the seventh. So Bobby Whitwood homer made it 7-4. Top of the eighth. This is where it really gets intense. Nicky Lopez, RBI single, 7-5. And then came arguably one of the best defensive plays of the year. So, who was it? Melendez? I'm trying to read it here. Oh, Michael Garcia, RBI double. To Miles Straw in center. And I guess they didn't learn from what happened a little bit ago. Don't try and test Miles Straw. That's this ball, to their point, the ball was hit way deeper than the last time we saw Straw make a big play like this. The ball was hit damn near to the wall. Straw made a play with his bare hand, caught it with his bare hand, and just chucked it to Jimenez, who clean caught it, threw it to Bo Naylor, who gunned down the runner at home plate. Love to see it. Yep, love to see it. Love to see that from my center fielder. Just wish he would do more on offense. Yeah. But love to see it. Kept the game 7-6 Guardians. That'd be huge because bottom of the eighth comes up. Josh Naylor would double, add in another run, made it 8-6. And then just for a nice little cherry on top, Josh Bell would single, scoring 2 more. Yeah, love to see it. I think it was right after he got hit. He fouled a ball off the top of his knee, and he looked like he was in pain. He stayed in the game and gapped one to right center, scoring 2. He couldn't even get past first base because he just couldn't run. So, yeah, okay. So, Guardians go out and they secure another win. Just what they needed. Gavin got his first win as a major leaguer. He's 1-1, 4.01 ERA. Singer takes the loss. He's 5-8 with a 5.80 ERA. No save. And love to see it. So, going for the sweep today. Bieber on the mound against Ian Yarbrough. I was like, yo, this dude's still playing? I didn't even know he was on Kansas City. But I guess this was his first start after getting hit in the face. What is with this team and getting these guys and getting hit in the face? I think he got hit in the face before, like with the Rays too, right? Or something. But he got hit in the face on a line drive on a comebacker. So he made his first return, his start. And as usual with the Guardians, they can't seem to hit against pitchers who can barely touch 92, 93 miles per hour. It's the way we've always been. And I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. But he had his stuff. Yarbrough went out there and looked good. 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 5 Ks, 1 walk. So, like, not great stuff, but yeah. The Guardians definitely helped him out, though. I'll get into that in a minute. But Bieber was classic Bieber for a little while. 6 1/3, 9 hits, 4 runs, 6 Ks. Yeah, he was looking solid. And then, as usual with this guy, second time through the order, he goes from ace tier to garbage. Like, this dude could be locating, making that ball dance, looking great. And then all of a sudden, meatball, spaghetti underneath, ravioli. Just throwing cheddar. Like, not even cheddar, like those big ass freaking meatballs. Meatball. 3 straight runs in the 6th inning. Yeah. For some reason, this offense refuses to score more than 1 run for this guy lately. He's been screwed over by the offense or the bullpen so many times this year. How he only has 5 wins is beyond me. You should have like 7 or 8, maybe 9. Early on, it was the bullpen. Now it's the offense. And it's kind of funny that the one game I don't stream in the series, the offense doesn't show up. Or I guess they could say they showed up. They just couldn't score because they were out here acting dumb on the bases. Our base running IQ, which has usually been really good, all of a sudden turned to mush. And it all started with Ahmed Rosario trying to go to third on a shallow base hit. Why? I don't know. What was he thinking? No idea. And the worst part is, he could have scored a couple runs. This was after it was already 4-1. I think it was in the 7th inning, if I'm not mistaken. Right? I'm pretty sure it was in the 7th inning. Let me check. Because it was right after they scored. Yeah, Ahmed singled. It was in the bottom of the 6th. So literally, it would have been response runs. Bottom of the 6th. Okay, a flyout. All right. By Jose. As usual. Dude gets a home run and then forgets how to play baseball afterwards. It's so weird with this guy. Like, he turns into a tryhard and tries to mash everything out of the park. So Naylor, RBI, should have been an RBI single, or at least it should have put him in scoring position. We probably could have had bases loaded. Think about this. Bases could have been loaded. Because, like, Naylor singled. All right. Ahmed was on. I'm trying to think here. Ahmed counted out at third. Okay, so I'm sorry. Bases wouldn't have been loaded. But you should have had runners on first and second with one out for Andres Gimenez, who, of course, doubled. So if we had runners on first and second and he doubles, it would have been 4-2, runners at second and third, with Tyler Freeman coming up. And Tyler Freeman lined out. Could have scored a run. Granted, I don't know if they would have had Naylor running because Naylor's slower than molasses nowadays. He's faster, but I don't think he would have beat the throw. But yeah, I mean, depends. So instead, it's still 4-1, and we don't really have much of a chance after that. We don't really have a chance after that. That stinks because it could have been like 4-2, maybe 4-3. And then, of course, afterwards, we had a chance to do some damage in the bottom of the seventh. Nothing happens. Get a base runner from a Miles Straw walk. And then they, for some reason, decide, hey, you know what? Let's pinch hit Josh Bell in here. Let's pinch hit a guy who's probably not even fully healthy because he got boinked on the freaking top of the knee on a foul ball yesterday. So yeah, let's pinch hit him instead of our catcher, backup catcher, who's honestly a starter. But Shane Bieber loves throwing the Cam Gallagher for some reason. It's crazy. Let's pinch hit Josh Bell for our other catcher who had 3 hits yesterday, and he's really starting to get hot. And now Bo Naylor is going to have a full week where he's not going to be doing anything. I honestly wouldn't be shocked if they sent Bo down back to AAA just to get him just to keep him in the flow. I wouldn't be shocked if they did that. I've seen teams do that. They'll send guys down to AAA to keep them in the groove. Because you don't want them to sit around and get, cool off. Because, of course, Bo has a 3-hit game and he doesn't even see the dish at all today. Makes no sense to me. And, of course, Bieber's, adamant that he wants to pitch to freaking Cam Gallagher. If you want to be here long term, Josh, Shane, you're going to have to throw to Bo at some point. Because Cam is probably not going to be here next year. If you're going to be here next year, why don't you just get over yourself and try to see what you can do with the kid? I don't get it. I really don't get it. It's craziness. But yeah, after that, we don't do anything. We did threaten a little bit in the bottom of the 9th, thanks to Tyler Freeman, who singled. But then Brennan struck out, and then Miles Straw got robbed of a big hit. So that's how it goes, I guess. That's exactly how it goes. Oh, actually, Brennan struck out, but because of a wild pitch, he ended up at first. So Miles Straw, of all people, comes up as the tying run. And once again, they don't pinch hit for Bo Naylor. They don't pinch hit Bo Naylor in there. Coming off a 3-hit game, looking good at the plate. No. Let's not pinch hit him. No, let's keep Miles Straw in the game. And of course, he doesn't do a damn thing as usual. Tito, I will never understand him sometimes. I really won't. I'll never understand that guy. Sometimes he looks like a good manager, and other times he looks like a mush-brained loser. Oh well. So, in essence, Yarbrough looked good. Bieber looked good for a bit and then fell off as usual. But Bieber, 6 1/3, 9 hits, 4 runs, 6 Ks and a homer allowed. Yarbrough on the other end, 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 5 Ks. The win goes to Yarbrough. He's 2-4, 5.29 ERA. Bieber actually falls to under 500, 5-6 on the year, 3.77 ERA, And Barlow got his 11th save of the year. One thing I don't really understand is how the heck is Hernandez not getting any looks from teams as a reliever? My dude throws 100. He goes to the right team, he could be a freaking vicious, back end of the pen arm, a setup man or something. Sometimes you just wonder, right? You just wonder sometimes. But, winning 3 or 4 is not bad. It's not something to scoff at. The Guardians are going to be in first place at the break, since the Twins are just getting bent over by the O's right now. Heading to the 9th, it's 15-2 Baltimore. My God. And by the way, Yankees are losing 6-4 too. That's tough too. But overall, still in first place at 500. Could have been much worse, but I'll take 500 in first place. Now, as far as what we got coming up, I believe someone actually unveiled the pitching rotation for the next series. I can't remember who did it. Guardians rotation. Let me see if it's on Twitter. Oh, by the way, I wonder how the Cavs are doing. I know they're playing right now. Whoops. Let's see what they're doing. Are they on here? That's Lakers. It's always fun trying to find. Oh, yeah, they are. Okay. See what they're doing. I see Luca Rosano's at the game. That's nice. Nice. Now, I don't think they already have the rotations lined up already. I doubt they do. But on the 14th, they're in Texas. I just want to. Okay. Oh, so they do have it up. So the rotation will be Savale. I'm going to assume Savale, Bybee, and Williams. That's what they want to go with, I guess. Yeah, Savale, Williams, and then Bybee. Which means Bieber is going to face Pittsburgh. And that'll be fun. But I like how they have the 3 better pitchers facing Texas. Because I feel like Texas would have turned poor Bieber in the mincemeat with how their lineup is. So essentially, Texas is facing 2 pitchers that they've never seen before, and Savale. Not going to get too deep into that preview. I'll wait until after the All-Star break, see if anything shapes up. But anyways, talking about the first half of the season, I mean, it's exactly like the record. Mid. They started off all right in April. I mean, let's take a look and see where they were at the end of every month. They had a decent April. They weren't trash. They were actually looking like a promising team. Let's see what their record was. Okay, so April. Let's go to April 30th. So after play of April 30th, at the end of action, as soon as I load up the page here, of course, MLB takes its time. We were 13-15, so not horrible. 3.5 out of first place. Not bad. Oh. Then we get to May, and I think this is where things kind of fell off a little bit. Yeah, this is where they were 13-15 to start the year. Not bad. 13-15. So they went 12-15 in the month of May. 25-30. Yeesh. Still 3.5 back. That's crazy though. 25-30, and we're still only 3.5 back in the division at the end of May. And then, of course, at the end of June, the team really started to get it together. And they only were 1 game out entering the month of July at 39-42. So, essentially, you look at our record right now, 39-42. And then you go to the 9th, 39-42. At the end of June, we've only lost 3 games. That's how good this team's been. What was it, 6-3 since the end of June? Not bad. Not bad at all. But as I also said too, this team is notorious for just derping the first half of the season. And then they hopefully will continue the trend of turning up and becoming an elite team in the second half. Now, it'll be really interesting to see how things go to start the year, the second half, because, like I said, 3 in Texas, 3 in Pittsburgh. If we go 4-2 or something in that stretch, I will be fine. No complaints. Let's see what the Twins got. Just to be curious here. Watch the Twins face like the 2 cupcake teams. That's how we would know that the league wants the Twins to win this division. Yeah. Oh, of course they got the damn A's to start. Of course. Of course they face the A's coming out of the break. We got Texas. The agenda is real. Oh, but they got the Mariners for 4 afterwards. Okay, so, okay. That's the league redeeming themselves. They're like, well, we give them a cupcake to start. And then they face Mariners and White Sox and Mariners again. Okay. So the league redeemed themselves there, I guess, a little bit. But then we got 6 on the road. We come home for Philly and KC. Definitely, I could see a nice little stretch of wins coming up. And then we got Chicago, and they're in shambles right now. They're in shambles. If we're playing like we've been playing, I see no reason why we, can at least, out of this whole stretch to end the month, I think if we're playing as good as we've been playing, I see maybe 5 losses. I think we could take 1 of 3 against Texas, although, I mean, the pitching matchups we have, offense shows up. We could take 2 of 3 against Texas. We should be able to take at least 2 of 3 against Pittsburgh. Philly is going to be interesting depending on the pitching matchups. Again, we should at least take 2 of 3 against the Royals. Chicago, 3 of 4 would be nice. And then Houston and the month of July heading into August with the trade deadline coming up as well. But man, if we just continue the trend of looking really good, I think we might be opportunistic buyers. Trade Bieber for a big bench, for a big bat. You know what I'm saying? Trade Bieber to like some team and get like a good outfield bat in return. Or trade Bieber and then go out in a separate move, get a big power bat or something for the lineup, more juice for the outfield. I've talked about some targets in my other video I did a little bit ago. But just the fact that we were derping around all first half pretty much, and we're sitting here in first place, it's just so fitting that we go into the freaking All-Star break at 45-45. Mid. I've said all along, this team is mid. This season is mid. And yet, of course, we're at essentially right at 500. The definition of mid. Now, we just got to hope that Larry Nance is out here wearing a Northwestern jersey, but that's his brother Pete, who's on the Cavs Summer League roster. But yeah, I mean, you look at what Minnesota has. They have Kansas City to end the month. But then you look at their August. St. Louis, Arizona, Detroit, Philly, Detroit again, Pittsburgh. Then they have a murderer's row to end the month of August. 2 against Milwaukee, 4 against the Dodgers. No, 4 against the Rangers, and then 3 against us. Now, as far as the Guardians, August coming up, Houston for 2 to, again, end the month of July into August. That's 3-game series. 3 at home against Chicago, the White Sox. Got to clarify, of course. 3 at home against the White Sox. 4 at home against the Blue Jays. Then we finally faced Tampa Bay for the first time this year. at the end of the year, pretty much. 3 on the road. And then we have Cincinnati for the first time on the road. And then we go back home to face Detroit for 4. Then we have the Dodgers for 3 at home. Then we have a nice little road trip out to Toronto. And then Minnesota. So, okay. 6-game road trip there. And then September, of course, I'll get into that later. Because that'll be a fun month. My goodness. Tampa Bay for 3, Minnesota for 3, LA on the road for 4, go to San Francisco for 3, and then we have Texas for 3, go to Kansas City for the final time, host Baltimore for 4, then second last series of the year, home against the Reds, and then you have Detroit on the road for 3 to end the season. So, oh God, Jack Braz sent me something. What did he send me? Probably another meme. Oh, oh my God, bro. What the heck is this? Do you guys want to see what Jack Braz just sent me on freaking Twitter? Thank God we're in the Central, right? So, this dude, Jack Braz, who I guess you could say is Dashy's best friend. Yeah. This is what he just sent me on Twitter here. Hang on. Let me do this. I got dinner coming up, so I gotta end this up. I gotta end this pretty quickly here. I don't know if this will work because it's a Twitter file, but I'll give it a shot here. It's freaking hilarious. If I have to, I'll just show it on my phone. But anyways, let me see if I could do this right here. Okay. Nope, it's not gonna work, is it? Oh, there we go. Let's see if this works. Nope, it's not gonna work. Darn it. Oh well. Essentially, let me just show it on my phone here, and then I'm gonna head out because I got dinner coming up. I could hear the hands out there getting fuddled around. But anyways, this is what Dashy. You know what I'm gonna do? Here's what I'll do. I'll just share it on my. I'll just do a window capture. Haha. That's what I'll do. So here's let me pull this up. Okay, so let's go here. Ready, guys? Hang on. Let me do this quick. I won't let me edit it, but anyways, here's what he sent me. I swear, dude, Dashy's probably watching this, and he's gonna make a video talking about this. Look at this freaking dude. Yo, Braz, if you're watching this, you should have put the hat on Dashy. Like, look at this freaking dude, bro. Tell you one thing, I would not want this freaking dude rooting for my team. Look at that face. Oh my God. Braz, if you're watching this, you are a savage, bro. He's gonna make another video about you. He is. He is. By the way, Dashy, I doubt you're watching, but how'd the Big Dogs of Ohio do today? Huh? You labored your team, the Big Dogs of Ohio. How'd they do today? You know what? Since I'm a troll, let's go see how they did. Because I'm really curious. Let's see how they did. Okay? Let's see how they did. Where are they at? Where they at, though? Where they at, though? Where they at? Where they at, though? Hey, where they at? Oh, there they are. Whoa, no way. The Big Dogs of Ohio lost to the Brewers 1-0. This dude came out here laughing at my team. Let me turn this off. But yeah, hey Dashy, buddy, you were coming at me for us, us losing to the Brewers, huh? Let me cut this up real quick, okay? Let me go. Wee! Look at that final score. Hey Dashy, I know you're not watching this because you're probably doing something else. But yeah, I mean, like anybody cares. Look at that score, Dashy. Whoa, the Big Dogs of Ohio lost 1-0. You got goose egged. Ugh. Ironically, you got goose egged by Wade Miley. Ugh. You can't come at us about losing to the Brewers because you lost worse. Ugh. Hey, Dashy, maybe this is a lesson to keep your mouth shut about my team, huh? By the way, we're actually in first place, too, so yeah. Oh, but we're up by a game on the Brewers. You're only up a half a game. But at least we entered the break on a, what, 3-1 series? You guys just lost a series to the freaking Brewers. That's tough. One thing you should all learn, don't troll someone like me. You know, I'm not a big trash talker, but I will troll the hell out of you if you're not careful. I'm petty. I am extremely petty. Very. Someone should just post this up here and send it to Dashy on freaking Twitter or something. Be like, hey Dashy, look. Hey Dashy, if you're watching this, look at this. What does that say? Why? You know what? I should just end this and do a quick video. Huh? Interesting. I'm just gonna keep trolling him. I should just keep doing it. He wants to play these games. I can play these games. Wow, 1-0. That's tough. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Them Dogs of Ohio just lost a series to the Brewers. That's tough. All right, guys. I'm gonna head out. Dinner's almost ready. I'll see you guys. Oh, probably sometime later this week for my series preview of the Rangers series. But hey, at least the guys will be able to rest up. Except for Jose. He's got to go to Seattle. Kase would be going there, but he's going home to be with his significant other who's expecting a baby. Maybe his mind was on that instead of baseball. I don't know. But I'll see you guys later. Go Guardians. We out of here. And you already know, we the real big dogs of Ohio, baby. Yeah. Okay.